This is a Headgum original.
Anything to say to the people, Anya?
Keep, like, and subscribe and tell your friends. And rate review. How about that?
That's the beginning of the episode. Yeah. I mean, it's been a streak of hot episodes. I don't know what else to say. People are loving the show this year.
Oh.
Oh, or you're proud of me? Special guest Cecily Breaux on the show. Fan favorite. It's been too long. It's been like a year and a half.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Stop. You don't have to.
The last time you were on the show, or no, you were on a little while after that, but one of the last times you were on the show, we did a squatting contest and Billy Brick refused to do it. So then
That's
everybody
right.
accused me of misogyny.
Yeah.
Trying to get two women to squat on camera, which we didn't even show you guys squatting.
Yeah. Well, I took to Reddit and said, let me tell you.
You were using your burner accounts being like Jeffrey James is canceled.
I canceled
He
him
made
right
me
away.
feel uncomfortable in the room and on the day.
Do you want to plug your show right up top?
Yeah, I would love to. I have a show called I'm a Good Person. It will be at UCB April 22nd at 7, and then in New York, May 15th at 7.
That's
UCB LA and then UCB New York?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
This episode won't come out till right around then.
When?
So it should be the Friday before. What do you mean when?
March 14th, this episode?
No.
April.
Oh, you're holding this one till April.
We're banking episodes already.
I didn't know that.
We're recording 2 next week. You're just not on them because sometimes, you don't really bring the heat. Will Conover back in the booth with me.
Hey, Geoff.
Haven't had someone behind here other than Casey in a minute. I thought we were in Studio G, so we did overbook the episode, but now there's sort of 2 people hogging one mic, which I don't appreciate.
I'm just happy to be here. Honestly, I thought I was going to get bumped.
We have a lot to get to. Bond of the week. Big news in Bond. We've already talked about it, but not with this crew. Barbara Broccoli sold the franchise to Amazon.
For how much?
I don't know. They didn't disclose. You ask the wrong questions.
How much?
I'm curious. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
You don't know about deals. What do you care?
I'm curious what the rights to making James Bond. Is it like a
How much did you have to
$1
pay to get the rights to Jake and Amir back?
$1 billion?
$1 bill.
Would it be 1,000 million, basically?
American
$1 million a year
dollars?
for 1,000 years, yeah.
American dollars.
Yeah.
No, that's not real.
Mm-mm.
My Bond of the week is, so Conan had a Bond of the week. Do you see this?
Yeah.
You guys hear about this?
Unbelievable.
That's my Conan.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your Leno.
No, it sounds like Leno, but that's me trying to do Conan. This
It's
is
Conan
me
Doing Leno.
This is me doing Leno.
That's Conan.
Really? No, his was like Steven Geisler or something. Senior VP of something at Amazon. It was a pretty good Bond of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the Oscars.
You want to go first?
Oscar.
So.
Yep.
Your Bond of the week is the Oscar
The
statue?
titular Oscar. Yeah. Wow. It
Cecily.
flopped, actually.
Cecily? You're shocked. You're stunned. Cecily?
My bomb of the week?
Bond.
Bond.
Did you say bomb?
I heard bomb.
Okay.
Shows you where I'm at.
Well, that's just, you see me and then you think.
Right. Famously, yeah. No.
You usually check my shoes before we hang out.
Yeah, well, that's just me. Bond of the week.
The fact that no one else laughed at that makes you.
You are wearing unique shoes right now.
I'm wearing Merrell's.
Hiking
Merrell's.
shoes?
Well, Moab 3s, actually. They're back in style.
Are they?
I'm trying to bring them back.
Got it.
Love.
Thank you.
Amazing. Bond of the week. I guess these earrings I got, but now they're covered by the headphones I have on. That would be mine.
You want to show them?
Sure, yeah. Ever heard of them?
Ooh.
Very
Oh.
good.
Ooh. Lisa says, God, it was a birthday gift for me.
From you.
From me to me.
So yours is a statuette.
Yeah.
Yours is earrings.
Yeah.
A lot of inanimate object bonds. You want to kind of save us, Amir?
Mine was also going to be a doorknob.
Wow.
Oh,
But now I'm starting to second guess myself. Maybe it should be a handle.
So another inanimate object. The same thing as a doorknob, basically.
but more, yeah. Like,
Dumb as yeah.
Exactly.
Allie?
Well, I was going to say, first I was going to go with June Squibb, but then I was thinking about it more and I was like, you know those automatic doors that open when you walk right past the sensor?
Yeah.
Those are amazing.
Yeah. As Bond.
Yeah.
So it really is going to go down the tubes then, the
Yeah.
Amazon Bond.
I don't know.
Well, I was going to say Mater.
What does that mean?
Like Tow Mater from Cars.
And what do you mean by that? With like utter joy? Yeah, Tow Mater. Because what was the last thing Mater did? Cars?
Cars.
I think Cars
Mater?
3.
I don't even know her.
It's the
Good.
perfect.
something like that.
That's
Yeah.
that could replace Bond, James Bond.
Yep.
Also, the car chase scenes will be easy for them to shoot because it's basically just him running.
It's all they do. Yeah.
When a car runs, it's basically driving.
Yeah.
We haven't heard much out of Mater, and I wonder if it's the perfect comeback vehicle for that vehicle.
I would argue he is the most famous car of Cars. I think he even had a TV show.
What about Herbie Fully Loaded?
Oof.
Ooh.
Forgotten.
I'm a fan.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of Mater, but I have heard of Lightning McQueen.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
well,
me
he's
too.
already a star.
the titular
Yeah.
Lightning
Is
McQueen.
is Mater the one that sort of is
Larry
The
the
bad
Cable
guy?
Guy.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
rustic?
Yeah.
He's like
rustic.
He's a
That's
tow
nice way
truck.
to put
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tow
about-
Mater.
Darth Vader.
Hmm.
So you want Darth Vader to like put a tux on over his armor?
No, I want a door handle to play Bond. but you poo-pooed that idea, so I'm starting to start from page one.
Did you guys see Andrew Garfield with Goldie Hawn at the Oscars?
Yes.
I didn't
Oh.
like that.
So I'm imagining Mater doing that with Herbie fully loaded.
Wait, they're
Okay.
dating?
Funny.
Thank you.
Okay. Funny.
Just kind of like
Center together.
holding,
Got it.
yeah, Herbie
he
being
was
like,
like,
you were a legend.
I love you.
And then she was like, I can't read that. Can you? Kind of iconic.
That's
Man.
funny.
Do
One-
cataracts really affect your vision that much? I feel like she was kind of hamming it up.
I think she's a liar. Let's just say it.
I'll come out
I
and
think
say
she
it.
could read it fine.
I'm a Goldie Hawn truther.
One
Yeah.
time when I was a baby, she and Kurt Russell allegedly said that I was cute to my mom at a restaurant.
That's
Wow.
huge.
Which was this in Chicago?
Yeah, in Chicago. Apparently, they were standing behind her at like waiting to check in with the host, and so she said, "What a cute baby." My mom turned around and it was Goldie Hawn.
Oh,
Holy shit.
my God.
So
It's funny, we went from a golden Bond to Goldie Hawn.
Jeff, do
And
you
now
just want to
Yeah,
be
maybe.
Bond?
That's really good.
That's the kind of thing if I
Golden
said I'd be really proud of.
Actually.
Sorry, what'd you say? I was we are having overlapping dialogue, but it ultimately is turning into like like you were saying crosstalk.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
oh, I was just kind of riffing, but
Oh,
it's
that's
over
funny.
now.
It was really good.
What about like Crossfire? We did like our version of Crossfire.
What is that?
Yeah.
It was with Tucker Carlson in like the early 2000s and that other guy who was
Yeah.
representing. Oh, there's Marty. Great. He still works here?
Yeah.
He's leaving a bit early, it looks like. Oh no, he's going back to the office. More work to get done.
He was
That's
kind of
awesome.
performatively.
You heard Will.
He's kind of performatively
there's
checking the
Anya.
studio calendar there to see
He's
who's
basically
guesting.
begging for us to invite him in.
Marty!
He's hanging out there so you would,
Marty!
you would do this.
It's soundproof in here,
Marty!
right? Oh.
Well, I'm fired. Welcome to the last episode of the Headgum podcast.
Mm.
Word of the day.
Mhm.
The word of the day this week is on in soy.
In soy.
Yeah.
Like enjoy soy.
That's almost exactly correct. Basically, it's ENSOY,
Mhm.
and it's something you would say to someone when to encourage them to enjoy their sauce,
Mhm.
right?
Oh, and so, like soy sauce.
Yeah, like soy sauce, soy glaze, miso pastes.
Yeah.
In soy.
Right. So like like waiters can say it to people. You can say it to your friends. So you're at like, all you can eat sushi buffets or something. And they like
Yeah.
lay down like a California roll and they say, enjoy your meal. Or actually, well, not enjoy your meal. That's,
No.
I'm not using it correctly.
Well-
it's just so new.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fresh, I'll say that.
So
In
you
soy.
say enjoy, and it's like enjoy your soy. But it could also, and this is an alt, it's either or. I don't think it can be both. When you're like rock climbing and it's like on belay on.
Lay on.
Mhm.
On soy, soy on.
Soy on.
So that's more like fun and interactive where it's like they hand you your dish, and they're like,
Wow.
on soy? And I'm like, soy on.
Soy on.
So,
No.
That would make someone's day.
thank you.
Sure. Yeah.
No, or you love it?
That's the worst one. It makes no sense.
Last week it was disappoint milk, which is when your
That makes
son.
me angry.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm
Well,
mad.
it's what happens when your son is a disappointment. Or sorry, it's what happens when your son is a dud,
Yes.
or rather a milk dud.
A milk dud. So wait, he's a treat?
Yeah, he's basically chocolate covered caramel, which is basically burnt sugar, and it's disappoint milk instead of disappointment.
Disappoint milk.
But you think on soy on is worse?
Yeah. I think that's worse.
They're trending up.
No.
Lateral?
Down. I'm telling you, the one you just came up with is the worst one.
Amir, this did make me think of you. Talk amongst yourselves. In the meantime, we can play everyone's favorite new game, Cecily's Sesame.
Oh. Oh.
I've been here so long that it's all changed.
Yeah,
What's that?
We do
And
that
I haven't
every
been
week.
here in so long that it's all changed.
Yeah.
Have you not been on since you made that terrible scarf?
No, I haven't.
Do you have a photo of it to show? Did you see this? Or were you on that
You made a
episode?
scarf?
No.
I wouldn't call it a scarf. A scarf would be generous.
It would an ascot?
I would say it's a dental dam made out of yarn.
Oh my gosh. Hey. Hey.
You didn't see the scarf.
I think it will be great.
Okay, well,
That's
I couldn't
awesome.
figure out how I could not keep track of the stitches. So it was sort of like this. And then I showed it before I really thought the recording started.
Right.
Last time we did a remote record. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm taking the feedback, which is start over.
Right.
Literally, the feedback was start over.
This is not going to work.
But I have a new scarf now. So
Store-bought?
no, I'm making it.
I'm worried about
Good
it.
for you for learning a skill and being crafty. Like,
It's kind of going like this.
Ooh.
But
Whoa.
it's pretty long.
It's a
I'll
lava
say I
lamp.
had more faith in the scarf than Marika did, and Marika wouldn't hurt a fly. She's the one who said, you're in a good place to start over.
you're in a good place to start over. That's
said-
tough to receive.
Here's what I'll say about the scarf. I
You're in
think
a
you're in the
great
perfect
position to
place to
quit.
start
Yeah,
over.
that's
That's
hard
how I
thing.
took it. And she said, no, that's not what I said. I said, start over.
That's awesome.
It's really funny.
All right,
Yeah.
Amir, this did make me think of you, so here we go.
Okay.
You chose. You are not a victim. Not at all. Your generosity conceals something dirtier and meaner. You're incapable of facing your ambitions and you resent me for it, but I'm not the one who put you where you are. I've nothing to do with it. You're not sacrificing yourself, as you say. You choose to sit on the sidelines because you're afraid. Because your pride makes your head explode before you can even come up with a little germ of an idea. And now you wake up and you're 40 and you need someone to blame. And you're the one to blame. You're petrified by your own fucking standards. And you're a failure.
Just a man's mouth open receiving that monologue.
Wow.
Ooh, what's this?
This is channel 1206, Movie Hub Romance.
The scene came up on my explore page, and I was like, "This is so Amir."
That movie was nominated for an Oscar too, I think, Anatomy of a Fall.
Mm-hmm.
Sandra Hüller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Is Amir Hüller, or is he the
no, he's on
dead
he's
husband?
on the receiving end.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And why did it make you think of Amir?
the whole monologue reeked of you, but it did. The one line, and now you wake up and you're 40 and you need someone to blame.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's kind of your vibe when you come on the show, is that you're like, oh, this is like a waste of my time. I'm going to show up with low energy Jeb. And it's like, that's not my fault that you're out of ideas. Greatest Jake and Amir episode tournament. Like, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
man.
I should say we should plug that. That's on our
I wouldn't even
YouTube.
mind because I benefit.
Yeah, on our Patreon. So you can watch those and weigh in and vote for your favorite episode.
And it's actually kind of a good idea because it's like a March Gladness situation.
Again, if you came up with it, let me know because I did steal it, but I forget from whom.
I thought you came up with it because you texted me, hey, I had this great idea in the dead of night.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have taken credit for it.
Well,
Oh.
welcome back to Sesame's. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
It's rare there's a vocal flub on the show.
No, it's never happened.
Cecily's Sesame. Basically, how many seeds does Bro own?
How many seeds?
And this is I mean, you're the only one who can answer this.
Sure.
But genuinely, in your apartment, like, how many seeds do you have? It doesn't have to be just sesame. I don't want to limit you to the seed.
I actually have a packet of lavender seeds. Can you believe it? Someone gave it to me. All right. Wow. Whoa.
Everybody.
So how many seeds? I feel like you're circling the drain. You're not quite there.
26. 26 seeds.
So you don't have any sesame.
You said seed. I'm gonna.
All seeds.
I thought you meant all seeds.
All seeds. You're saying if you have a thing of sesame seeds, now I'm
No.
starting to get upset.
I have sesame oil, not seeds.
Mm-hmm. Lavender seeds. Those
are the only seeds you have?
Yeah.
All right. I have to accept.
Yeah.
I have to accept people where they are instead of wishing they were different.
It's a seed, Geoff.
I also have to tell you that I was called Sesame Street when I was in preschool, and it was like what the bullies said to me. So like this is kind of
terrible. Raz.
Yeah.
That's not
Cecily
hurtful at all.
Breaux.
Sesame.
Do you think you have thick skin is a real question?
Well, yeah, now I do because of that.
But that couldn't have hardened you because it's not an
It
insult.
began a
even.
journey of that for me. I took it as an insult. It wasn't said as a fun thing by the other kids.
Are you sure? Because I'm worried
I'm
that they were trying to give you a
positive.
positive nickname and you're
Are
like,
you gaslighting me in my own experience?
I wouldn't even mind, if you changed it. How would they say it?
They'd be like, Sesame Street. I like to reenact it. I feel like this is good for
Well,
me.
your eyes are welling up with tears, so I'm going to hog this
I'm
camera.
fine. I know I'm okay.
Where in America was that?
This was Louisiana.
Yeah, they could be really mean down
Yeah,
south.
they were mean to me in preschool.
I get it.
You know,
I just feel like,
kids are not afraid
yeah.
to judge.
If someone
What
called
city?
you like,
This was
yeah.
where was I? This was in Baton Rouge.
I was gonna guess Baton Rouge.
Yeah, the
There's only
meanest.
like 2 cities.
Yeah, but
There's plenty, actually more than that, but
really.
Well, like the
yeah.
cities that you could be from.
Bro Bridge.
There's a difference between like boys bullying and girls bullying, where these girls, it's mind games.
It was girl.
Yeah.
Believe
Her name is Crudite?
Yeah, her name is Crudite. Her name is Crudite.
Last name?
She also
And
bit
you
me.
were the
Louisiana.
bully?
Yeah.
E, not Y? Her name was Crudite.
Her name was okay.
Corella DeVille.
Corella DeVille. Yeah.
Say the real name and we won't bleep it out.
Her name. Her name was.
Yeah, that's a bully name.
Isn't that a bully's
Yeah.
name?
I feel like you would beat the shit out of minorities.
Wrong.
You never hear from.
What's that?
You never hear from the bully.
So
Like,
saying the
you're never like, yeah, in kindergarten, I used to make fun of this kid and call him Sesame Street all the time. Like, you
Yeah.
never hear about
because
that.
people are in shame. They're ashamed of
Or do they
themselves.
just like repress that memory? Like, you only remember being bullied.
Yeah. Are you saying that I might be the bully?
You might have been.
Somebody's got to be the bully. And it's all the same with car accidents. Like, oh, I was in a car accident. It was my fault. You never hear that. It's
Sure.
all
That one I feel like
somebody
people
else's.
will readily admit, I've been in 3 car accidents in my life and they were all my fault.
Yeah, that's good. Were you also
Ownership
a
is
bully
good.
ever?
Yeah.
What's that? Ownership is good?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
To take ownership.
I thought you meant
Of the
yeah,
car.
Of the car.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Ownership is good.
that's
Good
a
for
bad
you.
example.
You don't
Yeah.
have to lease.
You are a bully.
No, but I was a bullied.
Yeah.
But there was one time that I was trying to be friends with someone, but I'm doing my shtick where I'm razzing them, and I did it too soon in like 6th grade. And he was like, "Hey, this really hurts my feelings every time you like make fun of me." I was like, "I'm actually trying to like connect with you," and then we became vague friends.
Honestly, the same thing could be true of the Sesame Street.
Yeah.
They could have been trying to like, that's my
Yeah.
favorite show. But the tone you did say it in leads one to believe
It wasn't in Raz. It wasn't in
Yeah.
friendship.
cruel intentions.
And do you mind if we kind of move on? I
Forward?
feel like you behind the desk, you're starting to like dictate.
Should
the
I
outline.
leave? Should I
No,
get
I
out
think
of here?
stay, but just kind of like
I like seeing you two sit together.
I kind of is like
It's a Bert and Ernie
Bert and
vibe.
Ernie.
God, I was thinking of
Oh
Bert and
my
Ernie.
No.
God.
What about the
Probably 'cause of
balcony
Sesame.
guys?
Yeah.
The balcony
Yeah.
Muppets.
What?
The balcony Muppets.
Oh, I
those are
love
two.
those
Waldorf
guys.
and Staldor.
Yeah.
What are their names? And you know them?
Staldor and Waldorf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staldor.
Stadler.
And
The
Waldorf.
Staldorf is Stordenting.
And
And that's a hotel I'm
you
making.
can say that.
The Staldorf.
It sucks.
We do have to take a quick break. and we'll be right back. If there's not an ad booked on the show,
no.
you don't think so?
There's not been an ad booked on the show in a long time.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're starting to like debate whether that's my fault or whether it's Brad's fault, right?
No.
I think the debate was rested.
Well, that was like last year though. Anya explained it to me that last year's lack of effort is paying negative dividends this year in terms of ads.
Which
sales.
means next year there might
Booked
be tons of ads.
wall to wall,
Yeah.
unless we get
Waldorf,
canceled in
yeah.
the meantime.
Wall
We'll
to
get a new host by
Waldorf.
then.
Yeah, we will be right back after no messages. How easy was that?
Simple.
Yeah.
Mm.
We have many segments to get to. Does anybody have any comments so far?
How are you feeling? Good?
I feel overall fine, but again, really, as soon as I sit here and have to talk to Geoff, I get exhausted.
Are you worried you have like rotavirus or something? Because I think I had that last week.
I don't think so, because it only exists in this room and space in relation to you. I think you are some sort of what do you take to go to sleep?
Melatonin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a melatonin man.
Magnesium.
Yeah.
CBD.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You
CBD.
make me drowsy. You're lousy. Makes me drowsy.
Is it what I say or what I am?
I don't know. I feel like I need to fall asleep listening to this podcast more.
But you've also said I nauseate you. So is it like a swinging in the air motion? I'm so drunk and I'm trying to fall asleep. The room is spinning, or is it?
You're sort of seasickness.
But I'm also cesarean section, you
personified.
said, because it feels like I'm stabbing you in the
I need to
uterus.
come in here with those wristbands, the Dramamine wristbands.
I was gonna say, or maybe even the nicotine patch, because that's kind of a stimulant.
Yeah.
Coffee, cafefe,
No.
toffee. That's for all my UK fans out there.
Unbelievable.
It's getting worse. Ooh. The heat or air conditioner just turned on.
I will eat your ass.
You never play any song in full. Why the worst, loudest one for
So
so
loud.
long?
Welcome to Dealbreakers.
Okay.
Brand new segment. This is a list of things that someone could do as your partner. There are no right answers, and we just kind of all go around and say whether that's a deal breaker to us or not.
Great.
Sound good, Amir?
Yeah.
Wise up.
That's a deal breaker.
All right, somebody who writes checks to pay for everything, no exception.
Oh.
Not ideal.
Yeah.
But not a deal breaker.
Kind of charming in a way.
You guys are desperate.
I'm just curious, how old are you? You know, if you're writing checks for everything.
Young.
Young? A
Young
young
and
person
doing it, yeah.
How hip. Okay, not a deal breaker.
Wow. Allie?
Deal breaker.
Thank you.
I don't trust that those won't bounce.
You're going to be at McDonald's in the drive-thru and just being like, how much? 1960?
No, and then they're standing there going, "Hold on, I gotta balance it." And
I'd have to call my bank, make sure I'm good for the funds. By the way, don't cash this till Thursday. You have to pay for it now, man. We can't cash a check.
Can you pay for McDonald's with checks?
Can you just let the segment unfold?
I don't think you can do anything with checks anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably, but I never see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
You
wanna
can pay an employee with a check. I know that for a fact.
I know that's right.
Right?
Yeah. But not for 30 days at Headgum, right? Net 30, all of a sudden.
I get paid pretty standard biweekly salary.
Really?
But that's because I'm a full employee of the company and not a contract.
What about a half-assed time employee?
Yeah.
So even my half-time
I
is
think the
half-assed.
rules are different. They're
That's
bent
true.
for people like you.
Mhm.
And get bent.
So imagine adopting a son,
Okay.
naming him Brent.
Brent?
Get
Brent.
That's
Deal breaker.
a deal breaker.
What's that? Someone who's never had a yam and also isn't open to trying it.
Deal breaker. Sorry, I'm a potato girly.
That's fine with me.
Not gonna happen.
I wish Casey was here. He'd love that.
Yeah.
Why does
Especially 'cause
Casey not want to try yams?
No,
Or he loves
she
yams?
just said she was a potato girly, and I feel like that's kind of Casey's vibe.
God,
Yeah.
I love a potato.
Yeah.
Donahue.
Yeah.
He's more of a butternut squashman.
Smitten.
He's a gourd. Gourd?
So dude, but gourd?
Yeah, I guess in a way.
I'm the gourd, man.
Hi.
That's the Big
I'm
Lebowski, but starring Veggie Tales.
Nervous with that guy.
Did you know the Big Lebowski screening downtown LA April 16th with Jeff Bridges?
Probably leave me alone.
Just putting it on the radar if anyone wants to come with me.
Allie,
Oh my God, I thought
not
that was
open
you.
to having a yam. What do we think?
Oh, I don't care. I don't like sweet potatoes that much, to be honest.
I was going to say,
So doesn't affect my life at all.
Will?
Deal broken. The lack of curiosity is the hardest part.
Wow, that was an intelligent take,
Right?
actually.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not the closed offness to a new experience. That
Yeah.
would speak volumes.
Yam, bam. See you later, ma'am. You're out of there. What? Thought I was just playing along.
I feel like
No, I love it.
No, I know what you're doing.
Not really.
What's next, Jeff?
Yeah, no,
What's
he's
next?
trying to like come up with catchphrases to put on shirts, and it's not. If it didn't work then, it's not going to work now.
Like a yam bam, thank you, ma'am.
Well, when Allie says it, I want to put it on.
Yeah. I can see that as a crop top with a little yam saying it. That's
Good.
fun.
That's good. It can honestly go on that sweater because that's like very fall.
My favorite position is GEO.
Okay. Someone who's afraid of the light.
Are we talking about Nicole Kidman and the others, or
Oh,
She's a vampire.
God, such a
I
good
feel like
movie.
I don't know how many deal breakers there would be for her.
I love that film. This is
Um,
our house.
Let's say not that, because there's no way that's a deal breaker. But truly, someone who's like not afraid of the dark, but they're afraid of the light.
So going outside
Yeah, is
during
enough.
the day is
Well,
scary.
I'm sure they would do it, but they'd be scared as hell.
They're scared 100% outside.
Often. They're well,
Often.
only like 12 hours of the day.
And if you have lights on in the house,
It's not going to work for them.
it's a deal breaker. You can't exist in complete darkness forever.
maybe for a little, but not long term?
Sorry, the yam, you're out. No, the yam is fine. What did you say the first one? Checks that they're gone, but if they can't have a lamp.
Well, I'm okay with hanging out with someone in the dark, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Will?
Deal broken.
I gotta get the Marika's gonna kill me for it because it's copyrighted, but the what's that song that's like
Sure.
maybe you and I could cover this.
Thunderstruck. Yeah.
Can we get a listener submitted non-copyrighted royalty free version of like
Is that AC/DC?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader song.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Someone who's amazing at sex but doesn't believe in apologies.
Oh. Deal breaker.
That's probably fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, thank you.
Deal breaker to you. Yeah.
Well, being in love means never having to be able to say you're sorry
Yeah.
anyway.
That's right.
Plus, then you get the
Oh
amazing
my God,
sex.
I got gifted that DVD once in high school because my name's Allie and Allie McGraw. Kind of a weird movie.
What about
Wild. They gifted it to you because your
Can you
name.
believe that they used to just not tell you if you had cancer and they would just tell someone else and be like, I'll let you handle it.
What
Yeah.
movie is this?
Love story.
Oh.
Sorry.
Also, like in Mad Men, when Don Draper keeps getting like
Same
phone
thing.
calls from his wife's
Yes.
analyst, I'm like, this is
Same
insane.
I'm
story.
rewatching Mad Men and God,
Oh, so
Yeah.
good.
tough Betty.
Will just finished it.
First time ever.
Really?
Yeah, it was very sweet.
Wow. Who's
Did you
your
love
favorite
it?
character?
Oh, don't make me choose.
Come on. It's
That's okay. We don't have to.
Look
All
at
right.
this
Sterling.
guy.
Yeah, you got
Is someone
Sterling.
believes you
You
can-
got charm for days.
He's a
You got
Sterling
Sterling. Voice of
Someone
an
who
angel.
believes you can get all the hydration you need from dairy.
Oh.
Or sorry, I changed it from malts.
Malts?
Correct. Yeah, malted milkshakes.
Ugh.
In Malta.
Okay, I don't like malt. I don't know how you guys feel. I have tried Whoppers so many times and I don't like it.
Yeah,
Whoppers are gross, but malted milkshakes I feel like are good to have, especially chocolate on the
I feel like
Yeah.
there's a hint of the Whopper.
We'll do a company outing to the Fair Oaks Pharmacy in South Pass. And
We
South
really
Pass.
won't.
what do you mean? What about
Super
Thursday
won't.
lunch?
Super won't.
No, we won't.
Do we live in a place, me and this person, where there's 2 bathrooms?
What do we say? Do we give it to her?
I think.
Yeah, there's a full and there's a half.
If he's not, there's a half. Okay, and that's reasonable.
Yeah,
okay.
But the opening of the half is near the kitchen.
Oh no.
Okay.
The toilet is the stove.
Got it. Okay. You know what? It's not going to be a deal breaker.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's such a quirk. How fun.
Yeah.
Silly.
So silly. This is.
Super loud.
Ooh,
Bad.
ooh.
That one just kept going.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
For what?
Malt! Malt is the only form of hydration.
Bad. Yeah, I need someone to have
So, like,
water.
you're sick as a dog. They're, like, fucking playing nurse to you.
And
they
instead
come
of
up to-
NyQuil, they give you a fucking milkshake.
Yes.
That's
Well,
not
not
gonna
That's
be
kind
NyQuil,
of
but,
what
like,
happens to me when I'm
Pedialyte.
sick, though. Like when I'm
Really?
sick, I'm like, bring on a milkshake. Bring on something happens where I start eating like a teenage boy. Don't know what that is. If anyone wants to get back to me on that.
It's
Comfort
soothing
food.
to the
Yeah.
throat, but let's say it's not sore the throat. It's just that you need fluids, and this person keeps bringing you malt, and you're like, I really need Pedialyte or Gatorade, and they're like, right, I'm so sorry, I don't know why I made another malt. You said this before. Let me go get you some Pedialyte.
Made another malt?
30 minutes later, they
Another
come
malt.
back, and they're like, this is a malt, isn't
What
it?
is a malt?
It's a fucking milkshake with malted milk powder.
It's like
What's
when
malt?
Yeah, what is the
What is
malt?
it?
it's like when
the
the
doesn't
milkshake
matter.
comes in the
I know
tin.
so
I
much
know
to
the
get
water.
you.
You know the tin?
Someone who believes cars are single use.
How could they live like that?
So they just
Just
Uber.
enjoy the game, I think. Let's just play along and I'll give an answer.
Are they rich or are they
No.
severely in debt?
I think they do fine.
they're fine.
They're like 80,000 salaried.
80,000.
Yeah.
You can't afford that.
I do
lifestyle.
like
Right,
that
that's
in
kind of the-
heist movies when they've thought out the car getaway. The car changes and exchanges. Like you go to a garage, you get out of this one, you get into this one, you go here, then you get into a new car. I love it when they plan it out.
Yeah.
But I can't speak for this normal circumstance.
Single use.
Yeah.
Will, you
Single
can
use.
chime in whenever you want.
It's a bike is what I was thinking. It's kind of like they never use the car, but if they do, it's one time.
They're
but
Let's
most
say
of the
they
time
bike
ride the
sometimes,
bike.
but their commute is long.
Yeah.
So they can't
They can
realistically
take a
bike.
train or a bus. Buses are they the single use as well?
Let's say they
Wow.
keep forgetting about buses.
Oh. Yeah.
Deal breaker.
Deal break.
This
Deal
person's
breaker. Forgetting about
clearly
buses.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's
idiot.
actually the deal
For
breaker.
buses,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Yeah.
a bus.
Yeah.
They're so big.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm reading L.A. Woman.
Oh
so,
my God.
So I read oh my
You're
God.
reading.
Yes, listeners.
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white van.
You're my Sesame Street.
Oh my God.
bully.
No, I'm saying
That's
she's my
wrong.
bully. You guys were all like, "Oh, that's
was-
sweet."
no,
We're
it
like,
was
"No,
wrong.
it's not."
I think it's really sweet.
I think it's
I
sweet that
love
somebody's
that I'm the
bullying
bully
you.
now. That's kind of been my whole trajectory.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Hurt people, hurt people.
Where I'm from, bullies get bullied.
Evil is a real life
Encino?
sport.
Huh?
You already aren't listening. You say something and immediately tune out. By the way, a big swing of a sentence, and you said it like a catchphrase again. Someone who applies the Wim Hof technique to sex, holding their genitals in ice water for 5 minutes before each round.
When did that? Well, depends on what we're working with.
I don't think
we're-
that's-
You and I just had the same thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When
I
did
don't think
that?
that's Wim Hof.
No, like the breathing is like, so what, right before sex. Every time they're like, and then they're right into it right after that. Their genitals outside of ice water, which means that no matter what you're doing sexually,
Yeah.
you're gonna be freezing cold.
Down
And
there.
this happened to Geoff once, and he's still wondering if that was normal.
There's no way.
I ask people a lot at work.
It's abnormal.
It's Abercrombie abnormal.
Abnormal and Fitch. I don't think you can have sex with a freezing cold genital.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And what makes you say that? The temperature? Or...
It's the temperature. It's the
But
feeling.
you
it's the
guys were saying,
numbness.
what would be the thing to be like, that's fine?
Well, that's not. No,
I think it's fine.
I think we
Don't
were
think it's
maybe
fine.
having a different question.
Yeah, we had a different question, which was that depending
It just
on
doesn't really make sense.
Depending on what?
depending on what we're working with.
Meaning if it's a
genital-wise.
huge hog, it's fine.
If it's if it's a huge hog, but if it's huge hog in ice cold water, huge hog not gonna work.
What do you... Oh, major shrinkage of the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Seinfeld, we remember.
We all do remember Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work, right?
Yeah, well, it depends what you start with. Let's say that there's a delta of like 8% shrinkage when there's major shrinkage. If you're
Yeah.
starting at, above average, the 8% will still be above average.
I guess my question is it?
Are you loving the question? or?
The question, I am loving it. I you know what?
You haven't really said.
I'm curious.
so.
Can you remain at a certain state if you're freezing cold?
All we had to do
Also,
follow the
I was
damn
wrong.
train,
We were thinking of
CJ.
different things.
And we were okay. And I said, "Oh my God, we're on the same way." And you said, "I don't own that. I don't.
I don't co-sign.
I don't." Actually, we were not on the same page.
Maybe you can't be... I'm sorry, but hard.
That's the word.
You're
Yeah.
not sorry.
That-
In
This
the
whole fucking
cold.
game's been leading up to you saying that guilt-free.
I'm sorry, but the yam, it was not leading up. These
It
are all
was.
independent of
It
each
was.
other.
I'm gonna get
Leading
back
up.
on Reddit so fast.
What about someone who on most vacations fake drowns as a prank?
Okay, love of my life. Not a deal breaker. Funny.
No, but you're not in on it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I think I'd figure it out after a while. That's his bit, you know.
Well, you would just see him constantly being escorted by lifeguards.
It's just like, how
do you have to do
far
this
do you
every
take
time we
it?
go to the beach?
They take it far.
A little squints from Sandlot.
Yeah,
So funny.
exactly.
I mean, I remember being like 12,
Sure,
13 at
sure.
the pool and being like, is this lifeguard paying attention to me? Let's
fine.
see.
Ooh.
Okay.
But I always stopped messing around as soon as I got eye contact.
You're like
I was
Horse
trying to be
play.
like really still and then be like, okay, I'm back.
Horseplay. You're speaking to the idea of horseplay. Better band name than Coldplay.
Hi.
What do you mean Coldplay?
Mhm.
Well, I guess that's what the Wim Hof guy is doing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Stop.
So what are you into?
Yeah.
Coldplay?
And let me ask you this. Who's Wim Hof?
He's the guy who like does cold plunge and like you have to control your breathing to get, I don't know if it's high or if it's like better for your immune system to Wim.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like freezing yourself all the time, long term.
So
Can't be good.
Can't be
It's just
good.
shock.
As someone who's done a cold plunge,
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do it, and then I was in for 5 seconds.
I
It
think
was
it's
like,
shock
I think I'll
value
die.
therapy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't like being cold either.
Okay,
just-
that's not the question. Someone who practices upright bass every day and never improves.
Never
Oh,
improves.
Bummer.
It reminds me of that Kim Cattrall thing where she's like, my husband plays the upright bass.
We really go for it.
What is
Really
that
go
from?
for it.
Oh my God, you've never seen?
you would love
it's
that.
one
No.
of my
Oh.
favorite YouTube videos
It's important.
of all time. Kim
It
Cattrall
actually
scatting.
reminds me of you.
Practicing something every day and not getting any better.
She's
The
she's
she
scatting.
dogs and all the he dogs.
and the cat jumped over the moon.
I think
and-
this one's kind of hard to
Boom,
answer
boom, boom,
because
boom, boom,
sorry,
boom,
what
boom.
was that?
Sorry, that I was being Kim Cattrall's ex-husband.
I thought you were doing being the upright bass.
He's playing the upright
That's
bass.
the upright bass.
And then she's wearing a denim shirt.
Mhm.
And she is trying to scat along during an interview, and
like
she
60
is
minutes.
going for it.
Yeah.
to just go for it.
Zaba's array.
Look at Amir's face. He's like so upset.
And he
I think
never
it's a good
improves,
episode.
though. He never improves.
And that's why they
Here's
got
the thing:
divorced.
the dedication is attractive. That's an attractive quality. You know that they'll never cheat because of the loyalty to the upright bass.
I don't know about that.
No, that's not true at all.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a
I got
correlation.
cheated on a lot, but I just am like, yeah, but she eats the same lunch every day, so I think she's loyal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I guess consistency isn't loyalty.
Wow.
Put that.
on a
Put that on a
Put that on a bumper sticker.
Wow.
That's bars.
You talk like a 12-year-old Twitch streamer. It's like that.
Chat.
Yeah, it's like you know what I love about high
bars.
school girls? I keep getting older and they stay the same age.
Don't look me in the eye when you say that quote.
Right.
That's Amir's vibe when he's like using younger and younger language as he gets older and older.
I have
This
a
and
Benjamin
yap.
Button vocabulary.
That's funny.
That's-
yeah.
You're gonna be 59 and just being like, Dada? Sorry, he's having some sort of long-term neurological degeneration.
Devastating.
59 is pretty early.
We have to move on.
We all know everybody
It's
lives
young.
till
Keep
60.
chiming in. We have to move on. You want to keep us
The upright
trudge
bass
through the-
is maybe the best instrument to be bad at. It's relatively quiet. It's more of a rhythm instrument.
something you and the upright bass don't have in common.
Holy
Someone who
shit.
here you go, Sesley. Someone who corrects your grammar with perfect synonyms, but only when you're already kind of upset.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
No, but like in everyday life, you're gonna have a great time with this person.
No.
They're never gonna correct you ever in front of anyone else or something like that. But like you're kind of stressed, or you guys are already mid-argument, and then they're like, "Actually, it's may I interject?"
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Shut it down. No correcting me. No.
Yeah, you hated the other correction one.
That's right.
Why
And
do you
everyone
think
else is
that
fine.
is?
being
Allie, yeah, no one else is chiming in. Now you don't chime in.
It was hard to
This is ridiculous.
imagine and picture.
Can you imagine you're fighting and they're like, actually, like,
Yeah, no, it's intolerable.
Yeah, dating a fucking dork.
And I won't stand
Yeah.
for it.
no dorks here.
Yeah, it's not stand for, it's stand with it. Really. All right, later, man. Take it easy. Let me know if you want to record again next week. This was fun.
Really?
Did you get a haircut recently?
No.
Look shorter.
What is this? I showered before. We were talking about this? Any wonders why we have no ads?
Yeah.
Not really.
They say it's on the brink of canceling the show, by the way.
I didn't
Oh my
wonder
goodness.
There should be another word of the day that would solve the whole show.
that. That would change it all.
You just gotta.
One more, all right? We have 2 more segments after this. I don't know how we're going to power through.
No.
This person would be a card-carrying member of the Clean Plate Club. Only they also include the plate and table.
And the club.
Sounds like a theater warm up. Everything you said, I said, I don't know what he's saying, but I'm just like.
It's an open scene. You can ascribe any
sore.
meaning to it you want. No,
Yeah, I
Clean
wouldn't
Plate
be with
Club.
someone that eats cutlery.
not cutlery. I didn't
Just
say
the
the.
plate.
Sorry,
Yeah.
when did I say he also eats the silverware?
He said the plate and the table.
I don't think I said he
No.
ate a knife.
But I think Amir's point
He eats the
stands.
plate and the table.
Do you know how
That's
long it would take to
worse.
eat a
Really?
table?
It's
Yeah.
bigger.
What about
probably get good
Werner
at it.
Herzog? He ate a shoe and he got awards for it.
He
I don't think
did?
he
Got
did
an
get
award?
Not for that.
Really?
I'd
well, for
love
other
to get an
shit.
award.
It's like a
I'd try
short
eating
film.
shoe.
Yeah.
No, he actually ate a fucking Oxford loafer.
There was a guy in the Guinness Book of World Records who once like ate an airplane.
What?
Oh, piece by piece?
Yeah.
New novel title.
Great.
So I'm trying to write a book.
Just
I just need the perfect title
Right.
yeah.
before I start. So no pages have been written yet, but I just need obviously the
A
perfect.
suggestion, if you will.
I need a suggestion from the audience of whether or not you think this is good.
Okay.
Blunt force karma. This was the log line.
Sure.
They say what goes around comes around. In no other instance is this truer than in the story of the Dolly Shrimp, a conniving friar who one day gets his comeuppance when he's struck in the head with a jazz cigarette. Hard.
You got hit in the head by something that weighs less than a paperclip.
Blunt force karma.
Blunt
So he gets his comeuppance.
from getting hit.
A
From hitting
jazz
hit by a
cigarette
blunt.
is so light.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if it hits you, that's nothing.
You've been in the mountains meditating for a year. Everything is hard.
maybe not after that ice plunge.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone.
I'm not. You guys didn't receive it well, so that's not going to be the one. I thought it was pretty good. Blunt Force Karma. I think that's the best one I've come up with.
Blunt Force Karma.
There's like a storyline and everything. The monk gets his karma when he's one day hit the head by a joint.
It was fine.
It was fine. It's okay.
Sometimes it's nice when the music is loud.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. So Ernest, like, yeah, it wasn't bad, but what do you want us to say?
It was a B.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome to Rutherford B or Sean Hayes edition. So these are a series of quotes that either Sean Hayes said or Rutherford B. Hayes said.
Okay.
And I think it's
So
going to be more
either
difficult
Jack
than you
from
think.
Will and Grace,
Correct.
Or-
And
or
Smart
like the
List.
19th president.
Absolutely, yeah.
The Hayes Act is
Yeah.
coming back to me.
Yes.
But what was it?
I think it
And
was
why?
beeswax
I think
shell.
it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Antitrust Act.
That sounds right.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Ready? When I came out of my mother's womb, I had sitcom stamped on my forehead.
Gotta be Sean.
Hayes. No.
Well, they're both Hayes.
Yeah. That'd be a good answer.
Can you throw in Jackson Hayes into this?
I was gonna have a red herring Jackson Hayes quote,
Yeah.
Incredible.
but only you would know.
Thank you. Let's go Sean for the sitcom one.
Sean.
Yeah.
Probably.
Correct. All right.
Wow.
Conscious is the authentic voice of God to you.
What? A man would.
Rutherford. Show me
Rutherford.
Rutherford.
Correct.
What did his friends call him? Ruth?
Ruth.
Ruth.
Ruthie.
Ruth Bader Ferd Ginsburg.
I'd probably just call him Rue, like RuPaul.
Let's
Ooh.
Rue.
Nobody owes anything to anybody. You are your authentic self.
Scales.
To whom?
Scales.
I like that book title. Scale.
You're your authentic scalp.
Scale.
And soy.
And soy.
Not used in the correct context. Obviously, I want people to
Doesn't
use
hurt
it, but
me.
I don't have any soy. I don't know
I'm
who
not
you're
hurt
kidding.
at all.
Not offended
And
then.
soy unto you.
Nobody owes anything to anybody. You are your authentic self, to whom and when you choose to be. And if you don't know somebody, then why would you explain to them how you live your life?
Sean.
Yeah. Is that from Will and Grace?
Don't look at the outline, you absolute ass. He's disqualified. Only you
you-
guys.
Is that
Your laptop
from
did
Will and
charge.
Grace?
Okay. Who do you think it was?
Sean Hayes.
Correct!
Hey.
Love.
All right. Get accomplished what you want to get accomplished in your life. And in the intervals, do what you can to help other people.
Rutherford.
Sean.
I'm going to go with Rutherford.
Rutherford.
I'm going to go with my boy Rue.
closer, Rutherford.
That was Sean Hayes!
I
All
know
right.
my boy.
We learn our lessons only when we are ready.
Man.
Rutherford.
We learn our lessons
Rutherford.
only when we're ready.
Yes.
Man, I love that this guy they get all this credit for something. I'm like, I say that every day. Rutherford.
Am I disqualified or can I play?
No, did you see the whole list? I just
Jack
kidding
from
me.
Will
Okay,
and
now you
Grace.
can't. No, you cannot answer anything. That's gonna go ahead and be Sean.
Wow.
Good on him.
Wow.
All
He's
right.
very wise.
Yeah.
I really thought they would all be funny. And
I
like-
love Sean Hayes.
Yeah. Is
I-
he smart?
Would you
Yes.
shut the fuck up, man?
That show
Rutherford
sells
B.
a
I'm
lot
trying to
of
power
Yeah,
through.
it's
By the way, the
Rutherford-
reason why we're running over
Rutherford,
isn't because I
Sean
started 15 minutes
Hayes,
late.
Jason
It's because
Bateman.
it's the last time I put Will behind the desk, by the way.
Why?
Sorry,
I think
what
it's a
did you
funny
say?
dynamic.
Yeah,
You guys are doing the
Statler,
whole like
Waldorf.
old
I
man
think it's
Muppet
pretty.
thing.
Yeah, I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
By the way, you said you brought in a sponsor. You said it's an ad package you booked for the Sackler family.
That's wrong.
No, not their products. just their
Purdue
personal.
Pharma, or their philanthropy.
It's a make good campaign for all the stuff they
Wait,
lost
Will,
after
what's the name of the audiobook we
Matthew
just
Broderick.
listened to?
So good. Empire of Pain by
About the
Patrick
Sackler family.
Radden
So
Keefe.
Wow.
timely joke
Yes.
Highly recommend.
for Will
All
and
right.
I's book club.
I am going where Lucy is.
What?
That's Rutherford as he was dying, talking about his wife.
Twist, it's Desi Arnaz.
I was gonna guess dying, saying hey to wife Rutherford.
Correct to Amir. That was
but
Rutherford.
I said it too. So,
Who's Lucy?
I think it's his wife.
huh?
Must swear off swearing. Bad habit.
Lame.
I don't know.
That's a Sean original.
Yeah, Sean hates swear
Sean
words.
Beebs.
Rutherford.
Rutherford cursed.
I'm consumed by what I didn't do.
Whoa.
That's beautiful.
Wow. I think that's Rutherford, right?
My God, that sounds like dying words.
I'm consumed with what I didn't
Rutherford be real.
That's Sean.
do. He's done so much.
Oh.
He doesn't feel that way.
Wow.
Wow.
Welcome to the plight of the artist.
Goes to
am I
show
right?
you, huh? Yeah.
You can do the same show 100 times and it still doesn't.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
I'm a hamster person.
Sean.
Yes!
Everybody here. Everybody.
As friends go, it is less important to live.
What?
You have
As,
so
as
many
your
of-
friends die, you're
I
like,
think
what's
that's
even the point?
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's make a pact right now. Sorry. We'll do that
You
after
wanted,
the
you wanted to
show.
make a suicide pact on the show.
Sorry, we'll do it later.
I'm gonna go with Sean Hayes.
Sean.
That was Rutherford B.
Wow.
Jesus.
Man, he's got a lot going on.
There's a funny Louis C.K. joke that Instagram fed me the other day that said, he's like, why are people living to 100? Nobody even knows you. Like, nobody is still alive that would recognize you anymore.
Everybody
Leave.
has a different.
Get off the earth.
Well, wrap up the Louis talk. I feel like
Come on.
By the way,
it has to be.
the energy left the room also because that's how we feel about grass. That's how we all
Lift it and
feel
move behind the
about
paywall.
you, man. Go 42.
You're channeling that monologue
42
gorgeously.
is not that old.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if the average age is 80.
I
You're
feel like
just
now's
beginning.
the perfect time to plug my Instagram and TikTok at Jeffrey James. Instagram. At I am Jeffrey James on TikTok.
Yeah.
We've been posting comedy sketches over there. Will's been writing them.
I've been commenting on them.
That's what I
It's
meant to
different.
Last one.
He's
Last
been
one.
writing on them.
Last one. Everybody has a different definition of God.
Sure.
Right?
God. Right? Right?
Says God.
That's so funny. My friend AJ is gonna laugh out loud at that. Right?
Right?
I think that's gotta be the social clip, right?
I wasn't sure if that was a quote or if you were just talking now.
Yeah, just saying it.
I mean, we're running long. I'm just going to push the last segment to next week so I don't have less work to do. Guys, plugs, what do you have going on? What do you want to point the people towards? Solid ep.
Next week,
Is that really?
we'll start with Cecily's Sesame.
I wouldn't even mind, yeah.
And it's just me with one tiny little sesame seed.
I think,
Small
I think we can
seed.
figure out a way to AI you out of the episode for that.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome.
Cecily, the floor is yours. Plug that show one more time. Because,
Yes.
again, this is coming out April 14th or some shit.
Yes, April 22nd, my show that I have with my friend, I'm a Good Person, will be at UCB LA, April 22nd at 7 p.m. And then we will be in New York at the UCB in New York, May 15th at 7 p.m. doing that same show.
And Grace, just because I don't know, what's her name? I don't know her. So, Grace, go ahead and bleep that name because
Oh,
I'm
right?
not going to do her any favors.
Oh,
but
sure,
yeah.
Making that clear.
No, that's great. Don't.
Ever change.
I'll bleep it and then Grace, you put it back in.
Cool.
Will, I've never really, given a shit, but Let's hear it.
If you could donate to the ASPCA, I think that'd make a big change.
With what? Animals?
Cash. And maybe in my name would be nice.
Because I'm not giving them shit.
Allie?
You can follow me at AllieCon on Instagram and Letterboxd and Goodreads and Fable. And also, I started a new collage Instagram account where I'm showcasing my collages.
Whoa.
And it's at gluing shit on paper.
Great.
Really good.
Oh my God, I'll
Handle.
be on that.
That's what I'm
Gluing
doing when I'm
shit.
not crocheting.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Look at that.
Amir?
Oh, wow. This is good. Yeah, gluing shit on paper for real.
Yeah, lots of David Lynch themed pieces
Whoa.
from right before
You know,
he
a great
died,
place
which
to
is
get
a
a
little
malt.
spooky.
Oh, that is spooky.
Bob's Big Boy,
Yeah.
Burbank.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with these?
What do I do with them? They're just
Like-
in a book that I have.
Oh, that's
like I
cool.
just yeah.
Can I
Amir can't
commission one?
comprehend
Oh my
doing
God,
something
yeah.
for the love
I'll
of
do it for free.
Everything he does is to get ahead and get more cash.
Right.
Yeah.
Your biggest hobby is sports gambling. Don't worry like that.
It would be nice to have one with like Waldo, The
Or
Simpsons.
like a kind of like a Where's Waldo.
Yeah, like a Waldo
Just Waldo.
situation. Just cut and paste a Where's Waldo.
Okay, okay.
Misunderstanding.
Oh, it's tough sometimes.
Sure.
He has
Oh,
to
I
be-
meant to say you guys can follow me at
Yeah.
Cecily Breaux.
Breaux.
That's right.
We were going to do a segment called Bro or No, and it was shit that I thought you would do or not.
But I guess
couldn't
we'll do
think
that
of-
next time.
I
and
think
it
we'll do
won't
that
make any sense.
next year.
Yeah. Love that.
No, we'll do it again next time you're on. Amir?
I already gave my plug for Allie's Insta.
Okay. Well, now it makes the rest of us look bad that he plugged Allie's.
Yeah.
Great.
So I guess I'll plug Will's and
ASPCA.
Cecily's show, and also my Instagram and TikTok.
Great.
At Jeffrey James on Instagram. At I am Jeffrey James on Instagram. TikTok. I'm trying to get enough followers that I can make like $3,000 a post.
Oh.
I was just talking to
When
my
you figure
commercial
that out,
agents
can you
about
tell
that.
me?
I think I'm posting funny stuff. I'm
You
not even that
are.
confident of a person necessarily.
It's not viral, and it won't be viral.
What about my Giardia I had like a week ago?
Oh.
That wasn't viral either because my girlfriend didn't get sick, but my
Really?
cat I think did.
You gave it to your cat?
I think that's my theory at this point.
You gave it to your cat.
Well, it was either that I don't want to talk about it. on
Okay,
there.
sure.
No, yeah.
Sorry.
But no, I had rotavirus. I also had a rota phone.
Rotary.
Rotary Public. Now this isn't anything.
We're losing steam.
I'm losing a lot of the
Did you
show's
vomit?
losing money. I mean, okay, wait, who said this? My acting coach said this to me. That she had a childhood friend who, anytime they got the runs, would say, "I got a visit from Rhea Perlman."
That's outrageous.
Why?
Isn't that the worst thing you've ever heard?
I don't get it.
Why?
Like Rhea, diarrhea Perlman.
Got it.
You're like, the show's canceled.
It's been fun.
That was a Headgum original.